Good day, everyone. I am Emmanuel D. Magsino, and I'm going to present my research proposal entitled Development and Validation of Digital Learning Modules in Operations on Integers. In diverse disciplines and human life in general, mathematics plays an important role. Teaching mathematics aims to link daily life with the knowledge gained in classrooms to provide skills acquisition, prepare students, and cultivate mathematical thought for their future. But mathematics is boring and irrelevant to daily life. Math is considered to be the most difficult subject that results in low achievement. Low achievement is a significant problem in mathematics education according to Lanya et al. Of 2010. It has been an ongoing cause for concern and a major factor in a mathematics education reform. In mathematics, one of the topics that students have difficulties in integers and operations with integers according to Hayes and Stacy of 1999 and Kilham of 2008. About the study of negative integers of Wadia of 2016 as part of identifying epistemological impediments concerning negative numbers, this study highlighted how students' comprehension of negative numbers and recognized their challenges connected to the idea of integer and its counting operation. Based on the research gap, I found that there is no digital learning modules have been created about operations on integers, only printed learning module about operation on integers. For the literature reviewed, the mentioned dilemma can be seen and observed in the actual classroom. Many of the 7th grade students enter high school with severe gaps in mathematical concepts and skills, especially in operations of integers, that result in difficulty in coping up with the competencies assigned by the Department of Education. Though number and number sense, which is the operations on integers, had been part of their curriculum in 7th grade junior high school, those competencies were taught but not conceived by most of the students. If the students are not equipped to even with the very basic mathematical concepts, then it will have a domino effect on the latter years. Because of this existing condition, the researcher will conduct a study on how to address the problem in operations of integers with the development and validation of a digital learning module. For the conceptual framework, under development, first, we have a plan. For the consultation of the K-12 curriculum guide and most essential learning competencies or MELC. After that, I'm going to present different topics in operations on integers. The second is to design a digital learning modules. For the validation, we have to evaluate of digital learning modules by acceptability and validity. And the last is the validated digital learning modules. The statement of the problem, our main problem of this study aims to address the problem in these learned competencies and academic performance of the students, particularly in the operations on integers. For the specific problem, these are the research questions. Number one, what are the established acceptability levels based on experts' evaluation measures in objectives, content, presentation, evaluation? Number two, what are the established validity levels based on experts' evaluation measures factors in content quality, instructional quality, and technological quality? And last, how may the digital learning modules can be improved after the validation process? For the limitation of the study, the respondents of the study included 10 experts were purposely identified based on the following inclusion criteria. First is the 1 education program supervisor in math, 2 master teachers, and 5 mathematics teachers in schools division, City of San Fernando, Pampanga, and 2 educational technology experts. The inclusion of a multidisciplinary team to evaluate the digital modules was considered to capture the essential inputs to enhance the modules. The importance of the study in findings would be a great help to the different stakeholders of education as follows. Number one, curriculum planners. The results of this study will give them information and will help them to understand how the different aspects in digital learning module works. For the students, this study will provide students a mathematics learning module that will support in understanding deeply some mathematics concepts, specifically the list mastered competencies. Teachers. This research will help the teachers by providing them a developed digital learning module that they can use on a classroom discussion or online discussion or as an intervention material for their teaching. Parents, for the school administrator, and last, the future researchers will also help to search this study. For the key terms, acceptability, this is the quality of the developed module which level to the standard. Digital learning modules, according to Jonathan of 2004, DLM provides students with various modes of information, presentation such as text, exercises, graphs, diagrams, animations, pictures, and so forth that can support students' learning. Development, operations of integers, according to Global Math 7 book, this is a lesson that includes addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of integers. Validity, in 2001, it defines validity as an integrated or unified evaluation and interpretation to be made from the scores of data. This study refers to checking or proving the validity of the digital learning module through test scores. For the research design, this study will utilize descriptive developmental type of research. Participants, 5 junior high school math teachers and 2 master teachers came from Schools Division City of San Fernando, Pampanga, and their teaching experiences range from 10 to 20 years in service from the basic education. 1 education program supervisor in mathematics who develop and implement advocacy programs and materials on the basic education curriculum were considered. And I added 2 specialists have extensive histories in educational technology since I'm going to provide a digital learning module or non-printed material as indicated by their experience and training technology in the classroom. This study is a purposive sampling. For the instruments, the evaluation rating sheet for non-print materials from the guidelines and processes for learning resources management and development system or LRMDS assessment and evaluation version 1.0 will be used to evaluate the digital modules. The questionnaire aims to generate assessment among the experts in digital learning modules. It has 2 parts. First part is composed the parts of supplemental material in terms of objectives, content, presentation, and evaluation. And the last part of instrument took into account 3 factors. First is content quality, second, instructional quality, and last, technological quality. These will be graded on a 4-point Likert scale as follows. Number 1, not satisfactory, 2, poor satisfactory, 3, satisfactory, and 4, extremely satisfactory. For the data gathering procedure, the first procedure is to identify the learning problem, the goals or the set of competencies or most essential learning competencies, as well as the learner's prior knowledge. The learning competencies are aligned in the DepEd curriculum guide. The second procedure is designing the module wherein the kind of learning activities is identified and the practice task will also included in the module. And the third step is the development of the digital learning module, which was the actual creation of the content and the learning materials that will be based on the design. The modules will evaluate once the first and second phases of the processes were completed. But before that, the researcher will be asking permission from the Schools Division Superintendent of Schools Division City of San Fernando, Pampanga through a letter of request indicating a definite date and the time frame to conduct the study. Once if approved, I'm going to save it into Google Drive and a link will provide the materials to the expert evaluators, all the digital modules. They will also give another URL to use to access the Google Forms-based assessment tool. And the last step is the evaluation where the modules will evaluate based on the feedback given by the experts. For the analysis of data, statistical tools will utilize through the aid of MS Excel 2010 and SPSS in treating the data based on the research questions stated in the preceding part of the study. The table below shows the mean rating and interpretation of data. For the mean rating, as you can see, that 3.21 up to 4, the interpretation is very satisfactory. 2.61 to 3.20 satisfactory, 1.81 to 2.60 poor, and last 1.0 to 1.8 not satisfactory. And these are my references.